Hi, Jimsy here. Before we get started, let me address something a lot of you ask. Why do you wear a mask? Well, the short answer is I value my privacy. This online persona is just a part of my life, and I make memes and record podcasts and share opinions that are sometimes, let's say, not for everyone. And I don't do this full time, and I prefer to keep my personal and professional life separate. So the mask is just a way for me to maintain that boundary. And talking about privacy, let's talk about something everyone living in China or anywhere with strict internet restrictions has dealt with. Yes, VPNs. And by the way, this is a direct recommendation for the sponsor of this video and future videos, Simple Link VPN. But let's talk about them later. Before moving to China, I don't remember ever hearing the word VPN. I don't know about you, but I remember wondering, why would I even need one? Like, what is that for? Then that changed very quickly when I realized that all sites I used, like Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Netflix, were suddenly inaccessible in China. And man, paying just to access the basics felt a little bit strange at first. It's crazy how most of us take the internet access for granted, right? But the thing is that buying a VPN became a necessity after a while, especially to stay connected with friends and family back home. And sometimes you need it for really trivial things like a Google search, right? And you need to have that access at all times. And when I first came to China as a student, almost 9 years ago, I had a very tight budget, man. It was so tight that I often had to choose between paying a VPN subscription or having enough food for the week. And back then, VPNs were either ridiculously expensive or suspiciously cheap. If you paid more, you got something barely functional. If you went for the cheaper options, it often stopped working the moment you paid. Literally, I experienced both extremes. I tried a high-end VPN that cost me 200 yuan a month, and later a third cheap one that disappeared literally hours after I paid. And it really made me wonder if an affordable and reliable VPN even existed. I got used to thinking that overpaying for basic access was just the way things were. That's where Simple Link VPN changed everything for me, because look, initially I was a little bit skeptical because after years of paying overpriced VPN services, I assumed anything affordable or cheaper than what I was paying already was totally unreliable. But Simple Links, they had this free one-day trial that convinced me to give it a shot, and it worked like a charm. And after trying it out, I signed up for a 1 month plan, and a year later I'm still using it, and it's been smooth sailing ever since. Now, it made me reflect on how much money I'd wasted on VPNs over the years. I realized I would spend more than 8,000 yuan on VPN subscriptions, and simply because I thought that was my only choice. And I think that a lot of VPN users out there feel the same way. It's like the story of the elephant tied to a stake as a baby. Even the elephant grows strong enough to break free, it doesn't try because it's used to being restrained. And I think I'd been conditioned to think expensive VPNs were the only option, and because anything cheaper than that is simply unreliable. And I think that a lot of people, they don't want to know, or they don't want to try anything else or any other alternative affordable options, because the idea that there's another VPN out there offering the exact same services but at a lower price sounds too good to be true. And even if your friend recommends you an alternative VPN, a part of you doesn't want to know that, because if you're like me, you spent a hell lot of money on your current VPN, and knowing that people are getting a better deal elsewhere brings feelings of inadequacy, and it makes you feel as if you were scammed, right? But for me, I think Simple Link broke that illusion, because unlike many big name VPNs, they really understand that their users come from different backgrounds and that everyone has different budgets, and their plans, they let you choose what works best for you. For example, whether it's 15 days, 1 month, or a year. This is very useful, especially if you're hosting family or friends who are coming to China, or you only need temporary access to the VPN. Plus, they allow unlimited devices as long as you're using it under the same Wi-Fi, right? And I think that this is particularly useful for multitaskers like me who might stream on one screen while checking my non-existent stock portfolio on another. And you can access services like ChatGPT, Netflix, and all the other major stream platforms. Plus, you can install it on your PC, MacBook, Android devices, Apple TV, your router, your Amazon Fire Stick, your washing machine, a microwave, you name it. And the craziest thing is that Simple Link has been around since 2019, which is slightly upsetting, if I'm being honest, because I wish I knew about them earlier so I didn't give more than 8,000 RMB to the drill. But I guess they were just steadily building a solid service without the inflated price tag. And what I like the most is that it's really tailored to different people, students, workers, or anyone who doesn't want to blow their budget just to access something as basic as the internet. They offer plans as affordable as 20 yuan a month, man, with options that cater to occasional users, streamers, gamers, or anyone needing fast, stable connections. And all I gotta say is that Simple Link VPN is a practical, cost-effective solution for reliable internet access in restricted environments. I think that they really understand that not everyone can or should pay a fortune for a VPN. I don't know when exactly did we normalize paying a small fortune for something as basic as internet access. Seriously, if you're tired of overpriced options or unreliable services, Simple Link might just be what you need. If you're interested, I'll leave the link to register and download Simple Link in the description of this video. If you mention my name, Chimsy, to customer service, you can get a 3-day trial extension and a 10% discount upon purchase. You'll be seeing more videos with this format in the future thanks to Simple Link sponsorship. Let me know what you think in the comments and I'll see you next time.